Welcome back to the shop. Scoutcrafter was talking about screwdrivers and how many screwdrivers do you really need. You know, this is probably a couple weeks ago. And I don't think you can have enough screwdrivers, to be honest. I think when it comes to my favorite screwdrivers, I think that the Vessel and the Fellow are great. My buddy Tim and neighbor was nice enough to buy me this really nice set of Wera defined small screwdrivers. This is a set of Torx in a nice case. Cheap stuff from Amazon. I think it was $10 or $12. But you can't have enough screwdrivers. And to that end, I'm going to show you some other kind of screwdrivers today that I think you might not be able to do without. Invariably, at some point, you're going to break down and end up buying an impact driver. I'm still a little conflicted about drills versus drivers and the utility of them. I sometimes like to use a drill when I don't want to make noise in the morning with the impact driver, things like that. But I have a couple different kinds of flavors, if you will. And what I ended up finding out is, unless I'm doing work on a fence or if I have a 1/4-inch adapter chucked in here and I'm using sockets, this is my least used, the 18-volt Milwaukee. I tend to gravitate towards the smaller drills. This is also, or not Milwaukee, Makita. And this is also Makita. It's one of their, I don't think they make it anymore. But it's obviously a small form factor. And I've been very happy with the DeWalt 12-volt stuff, just because of the small form factor. It's handy for working on things like electrical outlets and whatnot. But it doesn't fill all the gaps, because we're talking, screwdriver versus, impact driver. However, now the technology is advanced, and maybe this is new to me, maybe it's been around for a while. But this looks like a typical ball grip Vessel screwdriver. This is not Vessel brand, it's some Chengdu, China stuff. But it's electric, and it works really well. I haven't had it for long, I haven't put a lot of hours on it, but so far, tinkering around, working on other tools, it is as nice as a typical screwdriver. Given there's a little bit of wobble in the fixture here, you're going to get that with any sort of multi-purpose screwdriver. But it's no more exaggerated than a typical multi-purpose screwdriver. But the speed and the torque and the form factor of it is super nice. I've been very pleasantly surprised with how nice this thing works. And I'm glad I've added it to my arsenal of screwdrivers. For illustration's sake, there's no reason in the world why you couldn't come through and use a drill like that. And then the nice thing about it is when you stop, you can torque it down and get a good feel for what you've done there. And at the same time, this is locked up so you can use it like a typical screwdriver and then back it out. It is just fast and convenient, got all the benefits of a typical screwdriver, but then you've got the speed factor in there, which is far superior to the typical run it in like that. I imagine if you did this for a living, you'd be so fast at it, it wouldn't really matter. And you could use anything. However, I just thought it's a very interesting tool. It's about $30. Is it the best $30 I ever spent? Well, I like tools. I think it's cool. I'm happy I have it. And it has a little light on the end. This thing is pretty nifty, so I just wanted to share that with you. But as if things weren't complicated enough, and screwdrivers, I'm using the wrong bit on there. Technically, I should be using one of these multi-bits. And these are for electricians, specifically for an outlet. And they are designed like such to fit into that perfectly. And like any 1/4-inch chuck, you can chuck that in there. Get your multi-bit. Pretty interesting. Well, I'm talking about tools that I've been happy with. I've had this for slightly longer. This was a Valentine's Day gift from Catherine. Up there's the maker mark on it. I'll insert a clip of what it cost me on Amazon. But this was a clip-on light with a couple magnets on the bottom, and the dual purpose, the clip and the magnet has been fantastic. The Chevy truck has a fiberglass hood, so the magnet is obviously useless. But the clamp has been good on it. I had a problem with my sink today, and this was just handy to have. It rotates, got a lot of degrees of freedom in terms of being able to move this around in just any possible arrangement you could want it. It's rechargeable, and it can also function as a portable power supply. So technically you could charge your phone with it if need be. I'm not sure how many milliamps or how good the battery is. But I've had this thing blaring for, I think you probably get it 3 hours, I would say, out of high, and quite a long time on low. And I don't like the SOS factor. I don't know why they insist on putting it on every flashlight ever made. It's just, I don't like it. So that's a quick clip just showing you some new tools that I'm happy with. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good day.